Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Take a Touch, and I'm here with my partners in crime. As always, we have Pato. Cap for yourself, my guy, please. And then down at the bottom, Big H, not the little one. Please clap for yourself. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, 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 yes. We have a great episode to get to get our feet into. Gary Will clause in there as well. I kind of want to touch on just the Premier League and just some of the nonsense that's been happening throughout this whole season. If it's not none of than the PGMOL, the referees, and all the bullshit that we've just had to deal with. I don't want to just make it as a Arsenal focus, Arsenal centric type of conversation. I really want to open the flow. But guys, how do you feel about the refereeing decision this season? Because I just feel like it's just I thought last season was bad. Yeah, I thought the 22-23 season was bad as well. But this year, they've shown me something else. Like, it's just every single week is something that I've never seen before in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to feel hard done by. And I'm going to put that hat on and play a bit of victim as well. Because, bro, that penalty decision against us at everything, part of we watched that game together, yeah, and we were both like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? And then that Saliba one at Bournemouth as well. I said, what the hell is that? They were Declan Rice one against Brighton. I said, what the hell is that? There's too many times where, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a bias. I don't even want to say it's a bias because these are professionals, but it's not seeming like a coincidence now. For me, it feels a little bit targeted. I don't know how you guys feel, but Paco, let me start with you, but because obviously as a Liverpool fan, you guys have been kind of blessed with refereeing decisions this season. You haven't really had too many controversies. I know you're not gonna like me saying that, but I haven't really seen you guys in any headlines. Many teams have been getting done over, but you guys just seem to be just coasting along, not really having too much issues. You've conceded the least amount of penalties in the league, awarded against you, and you've gotten the most amount of penalties awarded for you as well. So with those kind of stats, it kind of tells me that, you know what I mean, the referees are kind of liking your thing a little bit. What do you have to say about that?
To be honest, I feel like this whole season for Liverpool, yeah, it is due. If you say it's good luck, if you say the referees are on our side, whatever you want to say, it's actually due. If you see what madness we went through the past couple of years, losing out on titles, the refereeing decisions, we scored a goal last season and they said it's not a goal. How can you just say it's not a goal? It's a perfectly fine goal, and they just said no, it's not a goal. So now it doesn't even matter if we score because now they can just say it's not a goal. Can you imagine? And we lost the title last season. A lot of decisions.
Don't forget when Doku fly kicked McAllister in the chest as well.
To be fair though, I'm even happy that happened because if City had lost that game, Hughes would have won the title. So I'm even happy that.
So excuse me, but even to use that as a perfect example, yeah, look at how they defended City and used every single loophole they could find in order not to award as a penalty to you guys. And look how they used every single loophole to be able to find a situation to give everything a penalty against us when clearly the contact was outside the box. But Harrison just happened. That's kind of thing. You might have the same name. But the guy fell inside the box and they gave it as a penalty. And literally all it was is MLS's arm just kind of fall on him and he fell down. That was it.
I think because they were both holding each other the whole time, so it wasn't even like Maslow Skelly was trying to like bring him down. They were both holding each other, and the guy is bigger than MLS, so he ended up falling, and it looked like he dragged him down with him. So I felt like it was kind of unfair. And even they were holding each other outside the box, and the holding went on inside the box. It's not like only Miles Skelly was holding him; they were holding each other. So for me, it wasn't a penalty. I think it's harsh, and I think I don't know whose video I was watching the other day. Maybe Mark Goldbridge, and he was saying probably around 10 points you guys have lost this season because of refereeing decisions. Now, if you guys were 10 points more than what you are now, you're only a point behind us. Title race is looking crazy, and you have to come to Anfield. It's a whole different season. But 10 points with the red cards. You've played what 5 games this season with 10 men.
Yeah,
the red card, silly decision. So, and it's like, okay, sometimes you need luck to go your way. You're having other injuries, but at least let the refereeing decisions be going okay. But now it's like refereeing decisions and then the injuries that you had no chance. Like you couldn't even. I even think Ted is doing well for the circumstances. Some people don't like that, but the luck he's had, absolutely dreadful to be honest.
Hey, let me ask you. Do you feel like MLS ever since that Haaland celebration? Do you feel like he's been unfairly targeted by the referees? For some reason, they have this kind of stigma of a thug and somebody that's violent against him because we were both there for that West Ham game where he got sent off, and we both said that as well. He should have been sent off. Like that's a clear red card. But that Wolves one was the most. I won't even lie to you. Was the most stupidest red card I've ever seen in my entire life. I was so surprised for that was given. Like I genuinely couldn't even fathom it. And they were trying to use every single excuse to try to say, yeah, that was a definitely red card. We appealed it, it got rescinded. So they had egg in their face. So now with this kid, any little thing, I feel like they're just on him. Or am I just mad for thinking that? Because it feels like anything that this kid does, it gets magnified to insane levels.
It's one of them ones where I feel like it just happens to like any young black player. Like if you're one of these black players that's a bit not even like he did anything wrong, he just did my man celebration, and the next all eyes on him. Now the referees are looking at him. Any small thing he does, it's almost like they already have a preconceived notion. And granted, look, it's almost like if Joey Barton put in a tackle, bro, even if the tackle wasn't that bad, bro, most times refs are going to be like, I'll just go again. Let's give him a card type of thing. But I think the circumstances are different where a lot of Mazu Skelly's like red cards, they're not red cards. And I think if you're a ref going into the game, I think you try and be as objective as you can. Like try and call the game as you see it. You don't go and this player gets mad red cards or mad yellow cards. So anything he does as a foul. You have to try and be objective with it. So it's now to the point where, okay, the first time it happens, all right, fair enough. Maybe just a bad refereeing call. Second time it happens, okay, there's a bit, let's calm down. No. Third times it happens, eyebrows are now raised. To the point where I've seen Tottenham fans, I've seen Liverpool fans, I've seen United fans all come out and say, it seems like there's something dodgy going on with PGMOL, with the referees, with VAR, with everything associated with officiating within the Premier League. And it's damaging the sport because you now have a situation where people are saying that this is possibly one of the worst Premier League seasons they've seen because of quality. Instead of the conversation being, like, damn, do you know what? At least let the season be bad because the quality of football being played, not because the officiating has ruined the quality of football being played. Because what's going to happen now is you're going to have a bunch of players who are now like, bro, if I do something now, bro, actually might just give me a red. So players may not play with a certain level of freedom that they would play. Some players may not, because, bro, we all love a nice last-ditch tackle. But because my man doesn't want to put his team down to 10 men, he might even just be like, okay, you know, at least the keeper is there. So if the keeper, maybe the keeper can come and do something, so he won't do it. The refs are ruining the game. The game is gone. And this is the Premier League's fault. And it's almost like every single year, the Premier League will come out and say, we've changed the officiating rules. We've changed this about officiating. It's like every year. Why not just have, this is your set rules. The rules are open to interpretation, but don't interpret like a dickhead. You know, use your eyes. And we've even given you screen for you to go and look at the thing and not be a dickhead. But no, you want to be a dickhead. Well, it's very good. Don't worry. Because we saw what happened. Was the Europa League fund like 2 years ago? Was it Clattenburg? It wasn't Clattenburg.
No, Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor, they met him at the airport. They met him there at the airport. Bro, we don't need this. But decided putting referees' details at them because, bro, football, people take this thing serious. Like,
and even to interject for a second as well, AJ. I swear Van Dijk said that in the Euros last year. He had games with refs from Europe. He said he was absolutely fine. He said he had one referee from England I think one of the players got sent off, and it was the worst game that he played in. That's what Van Dijk came out and said as well. And it's kind of weird because it feels a little bit like a cult as well, because it's like if you speak out against them, they're now going to be on you, and they're gonna make sure that your team does badly. Remember Gary O'Neill, that was the Wolves manager? He was actually a really good manager, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting some decent results. But Wolves are getting done over, like bent over backwards with the referee decisions last season. And that's, the reason why he was sacked is because he was losing games because of the refereeing decisions that were happening. It's like they purposely sabotaged him. And ever since Arteta spoke out against the refereeing decision at Newcastle away last season as well, it feels like there's been kind of like a vendetta against them as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a big boys club, and if you speak out against them, they're gonna be on you. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like a big round table, and if you dare speak out or dare try step out of line, you're gonna get whipped back into shape. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna cost you something. And it's like Arteta said in that post match press conference at Newcastle. He said, "Bro, there's too much at stake for you guys to be making mistakes. There's literally too much at stake. There's millions of pounds at stake, billions even. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can change your whole club trajectory if you're not calling these decisions correctly. Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine they go and mess up on the offside and it stops Liverpool getting to a Champions League spot, or stops us potentially winning the league or something like that, and then maybe that has a snowball effect later down the line. Like you just don't know. And I just feel like the product of the Premier League right now, for something that's supposed to be the best league in the world, why is the officiating so bad? Like I'm not going to sit here and lie to you boys and say that I watch La Liga and Serie A and Liga all the time, but I rarely ever hear their fan base complaining about the referees all the time. I've heard it a little bit this season with Real Madrid, and then I seen a little bit with I think it was it the Lyon manager. He got suspended for like 7-8 months or something like that. I think he loafed the referee. Yeah, I think he loafed the referee or something like that. He went on a mad one. But yeah, like those are isolated incidents. You can forgive a referee for a bad decision because at the end of the day, it's still human error. Do you know what I'm saying? There's that factor into it. But just like with the Premier League, it just feels like every single week there's something going on. Like with that perfect example, with that Everton result, with that penalty award given. Wow, I didn't even I barely had a reaction to it. I was just like, they're giving the penalty. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just used to it at this point. Do you know how crazy that sounds? Like I'm just used to bad officiating.
And they're lucky that the title race is pretty much done. Because if the title race is close, that penalty becomes a huge issue. Do you know what I mean? So they're lucky that it's like, okay, we made the wrong call or we didn't, whatever they think. But it doesn't really have a bearing on how the season's going to go. It's a good point for Everton as well, to be honest. But I think we kind of know there's something going on. I wouldn't say there's a big conspiracy theory or people are like actually deliberately cheating. But I feel like as humans, if someone is like, if you're a referee and a manager is coming to you, let's say you did make a bad decision and he's getting on you in the press, he's talking about you, and another manager is doing the same thing, you're going to have a chip on your shoulder because you're a human at the end of the day, and it's men as well. They have these egos, and they're like, yeah, you want to chat shit about me? I'll show you in the next game. And we can see that with my man that literally said, fuck Jurgen Klopp and all this type of stuff, literally on camera, on video. So how can we trust that all the other referees are as clean as they say they are? But then if you say stuff like that, people are like, nah, you're taking it too far. Like, it's not that deep. But how can you say it's not that deep? People are getting kicked in the chest and goals are being scored that they're saying it's not goals. So you cannot say it's not that deep. And like you say, billions of pounds on the line. And it's not just like the money for the club. It's the money for the club, for the supporters that come and watch these matches, spend so much money. Young men like us that are putting accumulators on. Bro, there's so much that is going on. And that's why people are having head loss and people really care about this stuff. Imagine
but you're paying for tickets as well. You're buying jerseys. You're buying Sky packages. You're buying whatever streaming service to be able to watch the game, and you just want the game to be officiated just fairly. Like for me, as an Arsenal fan, I would love just to genuinely just get onto my team when they play shit. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, maybe if the ref didn't make this decision, we could have won this game, or maybe no. Let the referee just ref the game, and if we lost the game, I'll get onto the manager, I'll get onto the tactics, I'll get onto the players. I don't want to have that even slender of a doubt that the game could have went a different way if it wasn't for this refereeing decision. A blatant refereeing decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Liverpool getting beaten yesterday by Fulham. Yeah, yesterday by Fulham. I have no qualms with what happened. We got beat fair and square. When you get beat fair and square, yeah, you just have to hold your lip and there's nothing you can say. But when you keep leaving doubt, and that's why people are saying, oh, like Arsenal fans, you always have an excuse. But I can't lie, the excuses are valid because some of these decisions are absolutely crazy. Like Wolves as well, the past couple of seasons, their excuses are valid. People are like, nah, play better. You're always in the bottom tree, blah, blah, blah. Why won't I be in the bottom tree when the referees are doing me dirty, man? Like, what am I supposed to do? Do you know what I mean?
Like a manager lost his job because of the PGMOL. He spoke out against them, and they said, "Yeah, cool. You thought that was bad. Went until you see, guy got sacked."
Was it the Wolves game where they blew the whistle and then said no, give the penalty? Was it that one? Was that someone else? It was United and someone.
As United, I think United and Brighton, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah, the full time was over. They came back and restarted the game.
When he blew the whistle, all the betting companies have paid out the money. You now say, "Oh no, you need to take the penalty as a penalty." Like these are crazy decisions that they're making, and there's too much money that gets put into this for these mistakes to happen. You can't spend 100 million or however many million you do to make sure referees, and you're paying them this money. You have all these training courses, and you're getting it wrong. You can't afford to get it wrong.
Now the funniest one is in our first title race, when we played Brentford at home. Remember when they said they forgot to draw the lines?
How can you forget?
Like Ivan Toney was offside. They said they forgot to draw the lines.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I swear that's the fourth step of VAR.
Bro,
like how you missing the first? Like how you missing the first step?
Bro, they have a tick box here of what you need to do when it's offside, and they just ignored the first step.
The first step, which is draw the lines.
And all they do now, come and tell everybody sorry, bro. Bro, sorry is that doesn't do anything for anybody. Like, bro, people are trying to, like, bro, if a club gets relegated because of you lot, people in the club lose their jobs. There's like a lot of stuff gets scaled back. That's on your head. Let people lose their jobs or get relegated fairly. You just didn't get enough points, bro. Let it be that. But now, because of your poor refereeing decisions, people will lose their jobs because your poor refereeing decisions. Trophies are going to places where the trophy may not necessarily have gone to. Like, you have all the tools. What else you actually want? They gave you the wristwatch. If the ball crosses the line, it will even tell you. You don't even have to go to the thing. It will tell you, okay, cool. I'm waiting for the day, yeah. Someone's going to score a 99-minute winner. And the ref will say, no, didn't go over. And they come and say, oh, my watch was broken. I'm waiting for the day. It's going to happen.
Charge it.
He didn't charge it the night before. I'm waiting for the day. Because the excuses are like, you can't watch the Prem right now and not be like, bro, like what type of, like, is it that the PGMOL and the betting companies are all in bed together and they're trying to I don't know, jinky the league somehow, bro, because of how they've done the statistics of who's going to win and what the payouts are going to be, bro, because it's ridiculous, bro. How can you have a club that's second that they may have had like a 10 to 12 point deficiency because of refereeing decisions alone, not because of injuries, but refereeing decisions alone. So to me personally, yeah, let them not catch any of these, or whoever they say is the best ref in England, let them not catch him outside, bro.